Hello, so today we're just going to be going over one of the games I'm playing. I'm going to do the commentary live. So this is on the new patch. I've just been running out of time to upload today's video for the daily upload, so I'm just going to be commenting while I play live, and we'll see what we can do. It'll be a bit dizzy because I'm live streaming, so of course you can stop by to say hi, but I'm usually not in the greatest mood when I'm streaming. And I'm still sick, so my voice is going to be a little bit lower than usual. So yeah, I'm going to lower the volume of the music just to make sure that I'm still audible in the final recording. Support item anvil. I'll double check what the best ones are, but I don't think anything changed last patch to this patch with support items. So typically it's just like the all the ones that were good last patch are still going to be pretty good this patch. We can start with Shapeshifter Hunters. Like and subscribe. Yeah, for sure. If you enjoy my content, make sure to like and subscribe. As Napkin said. Shapeshifter Hunter is a decent start. You can pivot into Wukong Jinx later. I'm probably just going to hold all of these unit pairs instead of holding other stuff. Starting with the glove as well, we can also play towards Varus later in the game, because Varus is still good this patch. Varus got small nerfs. There's a lot of small consecutive nerfs, but the thing was Varus was so overbearingly strong. It still runs the same kind of tempo. If you hit Varus 2, you win the game. If you hit Varus 1, you're probably 8. Right? It's similar to last patch, so nothing super crazy there. We hit dragons. If we hit the Draconic Mastery, I'm down to try it out and play it. I think Draconic Mastery is pretty good. They nerfed it a little bit, so it doesn't work on neutral rounds anymore, but it's still okay to tailor and play towards it for your early game because it's still strong. Especially if you start with an opener like this. I could angle mages, but I don't really have mage items, so I'm okay with just playing towards Hunter. Probably always even shroud from this spot. Warrior Crest, I don't particularly like that much. I forgot to deafen. There's already a guy saying that he's mages. Cauterize. Cauterize is really bad. I think I just go for Caretakers here. Just try and get really good items and just play towards Varus. Because I can make even shroud and then IE. I can also level. Is it one at level 4? Oh, no, it's only starting at level 5. So we'll do this, this, go here, with my support item, Zeke, Spite, Gem, Martyr. I think Martyr is good, always. I'm going to take Martyr. I think it's just more value for early game, and I'm going to make an even shroud, put it on this guy. And then we're going to sit. We're probably angling ourselves towards like a Varus style comp. If we don't play Varus, we might play Shapeshifters with some sort of backline. We'll figure it out as we go along. Early game, even shot is really good value because we're playing AD. I leveled because I had something to play, and I could win a lot of these fights, especially with Virtue of the Martyr. Virtue of the Martyr has good synergy with Shapeshifters. It also has really good synergy with Varus, because Varus, typically you're playing Tahm Kench with Tahm Kench Arcana that gives your whole team a bunch of max health. So when you're recovering a bunch of max health, Virtue of the Martyr works out really well. We're just subject to RNG. Whenever you're playing narrow, like you're playing towards very few lines, you have very few options to actually be successful. So, you know, of course, if like other people in the lobby start playing Varus and then they all hold Varus, it just comes down to who lucks into finding a Varus. So, you know, we can't necessarily plan around that, but we'll try our best to see if we can make it there. I'm not making econ this turn anyways. Like, I can't make 10. I'm not going to sell anything that's on my board. So I'm just going to hold on to these expensive units. And I'll probably sell them at one point just because it's just because making econ is really important, especially if you're playing around a 4 cost. I should slam this item on somebody. I'll just put it on the this guy. The component, it probably won't matter, this glove. Right, if we're being real here, does having a glove on a Nomzi really make a difference in the fight? In some cases it won't, but in some cases it might, and you don't actually know. It's really hard to judge like those very specifics, like this extra 20 crit chance, how much of a difference it's going to make. But because we're win streaking, we want to try and protect that win streak, so just do as much as you can to protect it and go for it. Now, Shyvana got buffed in the past, I don't know if I make this or not. If I make this, I have a big trouble making econ. So I think I'm gonna, because I'm win streaking, I'm inclined to make this. If I wasn't win streaking, I wouldn't make it. Because Shyvana has let me down many, many times, by the way. But as you can see here, I can sell Ezreal. So I'm probably going to chill. I could sell Ezreal. I'm not really angling myself towards an Ezreal reroll angle here. But I'm down to sell the Ezreal to make econ if I win this fight. Upgrading Shyvana 2 is pretty big, especially with Virtue of the Martyr. Shyvana 2 is notoriously really bad. She's more of like a DPS frontline in a way. So she doesn't do that much tanking a lot of the times, and sometimes she just dives the backline, just ints. So you have to be very careful. A lot of times it's a lot of wasted gold. And then here I'm probably just gonna sell and make econ, honestly. Yeah, just do that. I can also buy this, just get the extra stuff for myself. Spat I'm probably not gonna get. If I can get sword, that's pretty good. I'm down to just get sword. If it's not sword, I'm down to get any other components that I feel like I can make Varus items with. Nice. This guy was really angling sword, so it makes me think that he wants to play Varus. No, he was actually going for Syndra items, which is good. So let's do a little scout now that it's a little bit of a break time in between rounds. This guy, I don't know what he's playing. This guy's playing AP, so I don't have to worry about him. This guy's playing Syndra, I don't have to worry about him. This guy's a Shojin and Combat Caster. I actually don't know what he's playing, so you can easily just play towards Varus. And this guy is pumping up with a Gargoyle. Chances are he's also playing Varus. So it looks like we're going to be in a hot contest, which, you know, is fine. I guess we'll see how it goes. There's nothing really you can do about it because, you know, the more creative you are with some of your comps, the harder it becomes to top 4 a lot of the time. We're still making 10 here. I'm protecting a 3 streak. That's why I decided to level. Leveling, like, yes, it's just a rumble. It's not that big of a deal. But ideally, you want a 5 streak, right? You never want to, you either want a 5 win streak or 5 lose streak. Because the gold that you get, like the gold that I lost basically 1 gold this turn. Now 1 gold becomes 2 gold and it exponentially rises. So of course I could just play towards keeping my streak. But instead I'm just gonna try and level here to protect the streak, because then I make the money back with the streak gold if I actually 5 streak. Right, this is the strongest guy in the lobby. That's the only guy I have to be scared of. He's 5 mage, so the chances are I don't beat him. But if I do fight him, then that's gonna be a problem. So we'll see. I think this is stronger than this, so I'm gonna do that. Okay, this guy's Portal. Portal sometimes just randomly wins. My backline doesn't have a lot of damage, but hopefully my Shyvana and my other dude can tank long enough so that the Portal doesn't kill my backline. We really want this 5 streak. Okay, we're good. I think we 5 streaked. I'm gonna sell these 2 Jaces, because I'm probably angling Varus. And that's fine. We played our strongest board. We won it. I could upgrade this Shen, but it seems very expensive. Triple Shen shop. I don't really have a, like, I'll need them later, but the investment early, I'd rather be making 30 gold here. This is going to be 9 gold. It's going to make it so that I can't make 30. It's going to be very hard for me to keep up with lobby tempo if I'm not making econ early. But I already sacrificed a lot of econ making the Shyvana, so we just got to ride it out. We could also play Shapeshifters with Varus. That is a comp that used to be very, very reliable. I'm just not entirely sure how reliable it is because it's still the start of the patch. Oh, I shouldn't have sold that guy. Anyways, make 40. I should have held on to Hecarim because Hecarim's pretty hard to find sometimes. So if I am playing towards Varus, I would want to make double IE here. I have a component anvil that I can pop, and I'm going to have another one very soon. I might as well just pop it, see what I get. I'm going to reforge this. Okay, I had a cloak. And I'm gonna just take a bow. This is 1 gold. It doesn't hurt my econ, so I'm gonna buy it. Maybe I can keep my win streak. There's that one guy that's way stronger than me, the guy that's win streaking. I think everybody else have a pretty favorable matchup into. Here my positioning's pretty bad. I positioned for the Krugs just to make sure. I always do this just in case because sometimes I lose to Krugs. But you want to put your even shroud as close as possible to your main damage dealer so that you're very efficient in your damage. See, like this guy probably would have been dead by now if I had positioned properly here. Which is fine. It's okay. Pandora's isn't that great for me. 15 gold is nice from placebo. It's pretty good actually. So I'm down to take that. Row rejuvenation. I'm probably not going to be playing around row rejuvenation that well. So I think I'm just going to take placebo just to give me a lot of gold so I can set myself up for a late game. A late game that's pretty favorable for me.
Wanna see the fireworks?
I'm incentivized to level here just because I get a lot of stuff. I get a component, which I can make red buff. Perfect. I don't really need red buff, but it's going to be a slam for later in the game anyways, so I'm totally down to have that on board. And then I can just play Rumble. Rumble got a little bit of a buff, so it's totally fine to just throw in a random Rumble. And then I can just put in Tristana for extra damage here. I'm frontline the Tristana just because I don't really care how much damage she does. And lovely. So this guy has high voltage. This is what I was saying before. This happens a lot because, like, you know, people are like, you know, it just is what it is. This guy's high voltage, so I considered that he would be playing towards an AP line. He hit a Varus and decided to make full Varus items because that's just the way it is. So chances are this game is going to be like, you know, I'm already thinking to myself, it's probably going to be a 4th at best. We got to be preparing ourselves for a bot 4 here because this is enter player 3 basically. There was already 1 or 2 people that looked like they were going to be playing Varus, and now this guy is playing Varus. And he was somebody that we didn't account for, so now it's going to be like an unreasonable amount of people playing the same comp. So we'll see how it works out. This guy also hit a Varus. The other guy that I was saying is probably playing Varus. So it looks like everybody high rolled except me. So hopefully we can still top 4 this game, and if we can't, it is what it is. There's nothing else we can really do. I could try and pivot, of course. There's always pivot options. The problem is, with the items that I made, there is very few pivot options, right? Of the other AD lines that I can play, which ones are there? Like maybe Olaf. Olaf's really hard to make work because 4 Hunter is very, very subpar compared to something else, compared to other comps. Varus, and then what other AD units are there? Gwen Fiora. My items aren't particularly great for Gwen Fiora. I could play towards Fiora Gwen, but chances are it's just a bot 4 now because everybody else high rolled except me. It is what it is, but we're going to try our best. We do have a good spot. We have a lot of gold. We win streaked early. This is the worst thing that I want to see. I don't want to see a Varus on Carousel here because I'm probably not going to get it and somebody else will. So that's going to be the player 3. You know, this guy just gets Varus pair now. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm just going to take Sword here. IE blue, a red buff I think is really good for Varus, but Deathblade is a good substitute. Just have raw damage, as much AD as possible. On our level 8 roll down, we'll make sure to hold on to Fioras and Gwens, and maybe we can pivot into a Gwen Fiora line. But I'm not particularly excited about that. I don't particularly see that as going very well for us in our late game. I'm very rich here, so I'm just going to level to 8. I got another component anvil. We can pop it instantly. I probably want to just make a frontline item here. So I'm going to hold on to these 2 swords. I'm just going to use this to kill the cloak, and I'm going to make something like that. Mordekaiser's good. Gives Vanguard synergy, so I already had Mordekaiser here, so I don't have to worry about putting him in. So I get an extra Vanguard in. It helps out my Rumble a little bit. And we're going to see what we can do. Of course, I could also try and play towards Olaf. We're going to set ourselves up. We're going to try and hold on to as many units as possible when we roll on level 8. Try and be flexible, but I'm going to be real. I do not think flex options matter that much because of how strong certain other comps are. Like this is a Vigor 1 because they decided to buff Vigor that it needed buffs because it wasn't stable enough on level 1. The chances are that Vigor 2 is going to absolutely rail me, so you need to have like as strong a comp as possible. But already, before the game even started, we didn't even get to level 8 yet, and there's already 3 Varus out of 10 that are gone from the pool. So, you know, we'll see what happens. We hold on to Shen here and these guys. We are very rich, so we'll see what we can do, but chances are we're just hoping for a high roll. I don't think I can 4-1 it, because I don't think I'm rich, but I don't think I'm rich enough to 4-1. It's a bit unfortunate. We might have to play some sort of Olaf line here. How much gold would I roll if I 4-1 it? We'll see actually. Maybe I am rich enough, but I doubt it. Usually when you're contested, you might want to 4-1 it. When I say 4-1 it, it's a better interval to 4-2, level and send it to 0 to try and find a copy of your unit. I have double IE. Just gotta slam it. A Gwen. A 30 to level. I mean, they're already gone from the pool. So this guy's rolling to 0, so it's too late already. I'll just level and roll next turn, I guess. These items are a little bit awkward though. I don't think I care about you. I don't think I care about you. I'll just hold this just in case. I don't have enough damage just yet to chew through this. And yeah. Blossoming Lotus, balanced budget. Avenge the Fallen is usually really good. Shapeshifter Crass. Ooh, Stand United is usually really good, but Reinforcement is my bailout, so. Tread carefully. Hands off my meal! Hands off my meal! And perfect. So we got bailed out, we'll take it. 3 Blaster, 3 Shapeshifter. I need to get a Tom Kench eventually. Put in Pyro, fix up the board a little bit. I would have liked to take an Augment that actually made me strong here. However, you know, it is what it is. I like Protector's Vow a lot, so I'm going to take Protector's Vow. It's really good on Tom Kench, so I'm kind of down for it. We're still pretty weak, by the way. It's just because we didn't hit Tom Kench and we don't have like our whole board set up. So we might still lose some of these fights, but they will be very close, and that's all that we really need. Alright, so we win this round. Oh, I need this Rumble. Whoops, almost missed it. Random effect. Gold, sure. I'm looking for 1 copy of Tom Kench, ideally. I could also play this Smolder.
Are we best friends now?
Oops, I changed the wrong unit. I lost Blaster. I meant to get rid of this. Okay, but we're pretty fine now, I think. I'm probably just gonna full pivot. I'm just gonna try and go 9 off this board. I think if I had Blaster in, this fight would have been a lot closer. That's my bad. Small mistakes. Small mistakes, but you know, it's very stressful. I had to try and cut it close to try and play our comp because we got randomly contested really hard. Ooh, a Xerath? That's perfect for me actually. That's a really good high roll. Yep, sometimes things work out, you know? I had a really rough day. I had a really rough week actually. Just been sick and everything going wrong, but you know, sometimes things work out. So we're gonna sell this Elise. We're gonna put all our items on the Tahm Kench. Our front line's really piss poor weak, so we might roll a little bit deeper. But I think there's too many Tahm Kenches that are gone. Right? This guy's holding Tahm Kench. This guy's holding Tahm Kench. I don't know why my mouse is double clicking, by the way. Sorry if I'm going a bit fast. So we're not gonna hit Tahm Kench 2 anyways. So we might be better off just playing around somebody else. So what I want to do, I want to do this. Sell. Like an Aces 2 is really good. So we're probably just going to roll for some upgrades here. Instead of going 9 right away. We can also just play this Mordekaiser maybe. Something like this is probably a little bit better. And then eventually I can put in this guy for somebody. I'm getting 240 health because of the Tahm Kench, so that's pretty good. Mordekaiser just got buffed, so he's a little bit more tanky, so we can definitely play around the Mordekaiser for now. It's not optimal because you'd rather have like Scholar and Preservers in. There's a chance I sell it and I put items on Rumble maybe. And I can fit in 1 extra synergy. But I think we're just going to try and go 9 from here. And then when we're 9 we can play another Preserver. Maybe I shouldn't have sold the Morgana. I was a little bit quick on the trigger for that one. But you know, it is what it is. Like Mages is probably going to tear through me. I can also level for 1 extra Vanguard. I should keep my eyes peeled for these fine young gentlemen. Or older gentlemen. I don't know how old these Galio and Warwick are, but this guy looks like a little cutie patootie. I should have enough damage to kill this guy. Nice. I think he's dead, which is good. That's 1 extra placement. That means we're not going 8th officially. So that's good for us. Not an 8th. At worst, we're going 7th. So we take what we can get. And we're probably just leveling next turn. We might play an extra Pyro. But ideally, we want to play an extra Vanguard. Preserver is also great. See, if I wasn't contested, though, instead of Reinforcement, I'd have Stand United. Stand United with this comp works really, really well. Because you want to get in as many synergy as possible because of the Arcana Tahm Kench. However, because I'm stuck playing... because I was contested, because it was that other guy that just randomly, you know, high voltage into Varus, decided to pivot. It made it so that, you know, I'm not in a good spot that I could necessarily, what's it called? You can necessarily play what I wanted to. So I had to take Reinforcement. We're just gonna push level here. We're pretty low HP, so we're just gonna roll, see if we hit something that's good. This is a pretty good +1. Actually, it's probably better just to put in Arcana. Let's do this. Oh, this is bad positioning because I'm on the same side as the Rise. His front line's pretty bad, so hopefully we can just chew through it before he chews through ours. But I'm gonna be taking early damage because of the dude. 3 Vanguard is not ideal, but like I said, we're just playing around this Mordekaiser for as long as we can. We can drop Mordekaiser for a Preserver. If we hit that Morgana, which we sold, we'll be pretty happy. I want to buy a Combat Charm. This is alright to buy. Do I want like a 0 Shapeshifter Nasus instead of this Mordekaiser? Is that any better? I don't think so. This guy is just the high voltage guy. He reforged his spark because it was useless. I don't know if we're stronger than him. I think we are though, because we have Xerath as well. He has the Arcana spat though, which is a little bit rough for me. Nice, that's good. There is some justice in the world. There is a little bit of justice sometimes, which we're pretty happy about. I don't think I'm ever playing Nasus. I'd rather just, now that people are dying, there's a good chance that I can hit, what's his name? Tahm Kench 2. I'd rather just roll for a better... Ooh, Rakan's pretty good actually. If I hit Tahm Kench 2, then I'll swap in Rakan. That's not good for me. Any small upgrades are also good. Magic resist is good for me. Let's make sure we're not gonna mess up any positioning. Here I would probably like to just do something like this. Yeah, against the we're probably not playing Smolder. Basically I just want to play Preserver over this guy, but that's only once I can transfer the items onto a better tank. If my Xerath casts, I think I win. Yeah. So much damage with the Xerath. Alright, it's looking pretty good for us. Hopefully we can get a top 4. I'm waiting for this guy to die so I can get some Tahm Kenches back in the pool. But I'm probably going to roll to around 10 gold every single turn here. I think that's the guy who might have 10 Portal, by the way, but I can't really deny it. I just have to take a good item here. Ideally I get a Xerath item. Archangels is pretty good, so I'm down to take an Archangels. If I don't get Archangels, I'm down for Rabadons. If I don't get that, I'm down for Morello. But, of course, it's fine. We'll just take that. This guy is mages. He's 7 mage, and I think he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's only level 7, which is pretty good for me. We do this, we do this. Let me just do a quick scout. So this guy's Hui 3. I probably want to be on the side of the Hui 3. This guy's Briar, so I have to make sure that I don't accidentally get stun locked by the Briar. We'll do something like this positioning. Temporary Declaw is probably good enough, judging by some of these fights. And I'll put on the Rumble here. So yeah, this is our next in. Over this Mordekaiser, as soon as I hit Tahm Kench 2, I'm going to transfer all the items over onto Tahm Kench, and then I'll just chill. I could transfer them onto the Shen, by the way, but I just think I have more faith in Mordekaiser as a tank than Shen as a tank, and maybe that's just me, but just the way that I am as a person. Okay, this is a bad loss here, because it does put me in contention of going 4th now, or 5th. Morgana's pretty good. Ari's pretty good. One star up is actually very fucking strong. I'm going to put in my best possible board here, because everybody's going to star up, and I want to make sure that I take as narrow a loss as possible, because I want these guys to die off, so that I can maybe get a top 4. This is buffed mages, by the way, and I was super contested. It's going to be really hard to beat him, but because I got the Xerath charm, it's a pretty easy win, because I just have enough front line. Ideally, some of these Tahm Kench players can die, but it doesn't look like it. If I hit Tahm Kench 2, I'll be really happy, but it doesn't look like I'm hitting Tahm Kench 2. I have a remover, so I can always remover this, and I can put the items on the Shen now, which is probably going to be the game plan after this. This guy can die. This guy is surviving, which is really unfortunate for me. He's 5 Arcana, so he hits Xerath. That's really bad, actually, because the chances are I'm going to lose against him now. We're going to roll pretty much to 0 next turn, looking for Charm and Tahm Kench. We can't really greed anymore. Nice, that's perfect. We hit. Now I just want to roll for a better Charm. Temporary Artifact I don't think is good enough. First 2 things spawn a Voidling is actually pretty good. And then here, what am I looking for? Probably Redemption, just to make as tanky as possible. I'm fighting either this guy or this guy. I think this is the positioning that I want either way. Now I have Virtue of the Martyr, Tahm Kench 2 with Preserver in. I don't know if this guy beats me, because it comes down to if the Xerath snipes mine. Like, it comes down to which Xerath snipes which Xerath, I think. Because if you lose one of your damage dealers, then you run into a bad spot. Yeah, he's way stronger than me. There is no justice in the world. Do I get a 4th at least? Okay, at least I'm in top 4, so I'm pretty happy about that. That's fine. So it's just a 4th, you know. Some people high roll, some people low roll. We kind of got bailed out. Like I said, if I wasn't contested and I had an actual combat augment, I could have played for first this game, but instead we'll just have to take a 4th because, you know, that's life. 2 champions without items gain suspicious trench coats. I don't know how useful that is for this board, but I'm down to buy it because I have a Morgana at least. Just put Xerath in the middle. Try and make sure the Olaf doesn't wrap too hard on it. Oh yeah, it is what it is. No need to hold these. If I win this fight, I don't think I'm winning this fight though. Even if I lose, because I'm 1 HP, I'll lose the tiebreakers and I'll definitely go bot 4 here. This guy has Briar with 8 Shapeshifter. It's just way too much health for me to chew through. Yeah. So it's just a lose. It is what it is. Yeah, we can look at the boards after this. Just an unlucky game from the start. We got bailed out, but it was just unlucky. But that's the patch, right? If you don't believe me that these comps are strong or whatever, look at that guy. He took high voltage. He's literally down an entire gold augment, and he just got bailed out because he hits Varus too, and he outplaced me. So that was the correct decision, you can say. He had high voltage. He reforged his spark, so he literally has no gold augment. His first augment is basically non-existent, and he outplaced me because Varus is just Varus, right? That's the way it was last patch. It's still around the same. It's a little bit more calm, right? This guy obviously high rolled really hard because he got the Arcana emblem and then finding a Xerath. By him making it to a Xerath, the game's kind of over at that point with the Arcana +1. So this guy's probably going to go first. I can't tell you for sure. I think this guy's going to lose out. He was really far behind, just contested mages, right? This mage player tried to contest. When you're contesting a reroll, a lot of times one person will go 4th, one person will go top 4, but he's a little bit further behind. And yeah, and all the other comps, they're you know, they're too much of a cook. But anyways, hopefully that was enjoyable. Thank you for watching. But yeah, sorry, it's just been super late, so I just finished the game and I'm just gonna upload it instantly. So I had to do the commentary while I was playing. And yeah, and we'll try again tomorrow, and we'll try and try out some new comps on the patch. But I'm pretty sure the patch plays like last patch, except you just now have a lot more rerolls. Like Mage reroll is fucking annoying as shit, and Wukong Jinx. If there was a Wukong Jinx player, that would have been a very annoying comp to play as well. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you around. Bye bye.